The English language is truly incredible. With it, humans have been able to create classic works such as Hamlet, To Kill a Mockingbird, and The Picture of Dorian Gray, just to name a few. Also included in one of the great achievements of human history is a little-known website called Reddit, spelled reddit.com. Although it may be available in almost every living language in the world, Reddit is considered a feat of the English language to me because I'm an American, and therefore part of the only culture that actually exists in the world. If I go to a foreign country, I fully expect them to be fluent in English. How else could I possibly converse with them? While English still may be one of the most spoken languages in the world, there are still so many things that have not been achieved within the confined barriers of the language. Language is a strange thing. Some phrases or words may not have an exact translation in another language. Rather, they have more of a meaning, a feeling, an understanding than anything else. Despite all of this, English never ceases to amaze me in both its written and spoken form. Combine this with the subreddit r/brandnewsentence, and you'll find yourself shocked at how brilliant some people's way with words can be. Social media was a gift. Sharing our thoughts and feelings instantly and being able to communicate that to anyone in the world, because they all speak English of course, is incredible. Okay, for all of your understanding, I'll give you an example of one of the profound sentences I've found on this website. A medium-sized white male with moderately defined muscles and a face that can only be defined as somewhat model-like sits in front of a computer microphone and a camera by himself once a week to ramble about the most stupendously odd topics in order to make himself feel like he is important in some way, although he never moved out, went to college, or held a conversation with someone influential in any way, shape, or form. Hey, that seems weirdly personal. What the fuck, Reddit? I thought we were on good terms!
I don't know, Luke. I just don't feel that spark anymore.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to personally attack me in front of everyone.
Babe, I'm worried about you. You always say that you're talking to someone, but no one's there. Every time you log on, you seem distant. I really think you should see someone. I just don't know what's going into you. I feel lost without you. I just think you should need... Wait, hey! What are you doing? Honey, what's going on? You never bring me out into the kitchen. Are you finally making me dinner? Luke? Wait, please! Don't do this! Look at that! My emotions are so hot! My hands, they keep giving up! Help! We can talk about it! Please don't leave me!
Okay, we're going to be taking out the prop phone to go through the post this time. Let's just get into it, shall we? As with all of these Reddit videos, I'm doing this all off the cuff, so bear with me here, okay? It takes a lot to be funny when you're doing it improvisational. Improvisational. That's a word that British people probably say very differently than I do. Aluminum. Aluminium. Improvisational. Improvisational. Hey, where'd you get that from, those letters? How do they make that sound? I don't know. What else did they say? I don't know. That, obviously, like I said in the intro, the concept of this subreddit is just, well, it says right there, for sentences never before written, found in the wild. And by the wild, it's mostly Twitter, which I feel like wild is an understatement of what goes on that website. More like found in a cannibalistic village, not known to man, where people eat each other alive in order to survive. I feel like that's more of what Twitter should be described as. It's going to be kind of hard going through a lot of these posts. A lot of them are Twitter posts, and I am about 3 months clean from Twitter, so I'm really hoping that this doesn't make me relapse. If it does, I'll let you know. I'm doing this all for you. I'm sacrificing my mental health for all of you, so I really, really hope you all appreciate that.
Hey everyone, so I have an apology to make for a tweet that recently resurfaced that I made from 3 days ago. I have a problem. I've been in a very dark place, and I tweeted that phrase without even considering that it could be seen as offensive to other people, and I am very sorry for that. I will be taking a break from social media to detox. I will be taking a trip to Costa Rica. I think this retreat will help me reflect on what I've said. Again, I'm very sorry about what I said. I'll be seeing you all soon. Bye, guys. Hey guys, so
They're filming something downtown, set in the 50s, because all the cars were replaced with old cars and shit, right? So my high ass walked on set and some white dude in a 3-piece suit told me I had to leave, and for a second there, I thought I had smoked myself back into segregation. See, the thing is, I feel like there's a lot of places in America where you don't really need to smoke to experience this, to live this experience, right? If you'd like to have a bit of a diverse experience, you want to see some new places or whatever, let's say, in my instance, you happen to be queer. Just go to, Florida. You don't have to smoke anything. In fact, they don't allow you to do that down there. You're allowed to have 30 AR-15s. You're allowed to, fire people because they're lesbian or something from a school district, right? You're allowed to not pay income taxes down there and stuff, which, hey, I like that, right? To be honest with you. But one thing you're not allowed to do down there is just be in the LGBTQ community, right? There's a lot, you're not allowed to smoke weed. Those are the two, I feel like, biggest threats we have in this nation is 1, potheads, and 2, queers. And, I can't speak for black people because I'm not black. And I feel like there's probably enough places, maybe they're not full Jim Crow. I think there's enough places you could go to in this nation, in this country, this great country, right? That's not the right precursor for what I'm about to say. Where you can go to these towns where there's just all white people there, and if you're not white and you go in there, you better hope that you're not white, you can go in there. That sounds like a threat. It's not. You know what I'm saying. Okay, that sounds terrible. The point I'm trying to make is that there are a lot of places in America where you could go, okay, and you long story short, okay, nothing's ever a long story short with me. It's always a long story, longer than a long story. A lot of towns that you can go into where it feels like it's segregation. They might not have coloreds and white signs up, but they might as well.
Halt. Run the scan. Sir, I'm receiving information of you publicly saying on record that you would, quote, let Channing Tatum do anything to you during a lap dance, end quote, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and in private messages. I'm going to have to ask you to use the gay-only bathroom.
the what? What does my sexuality have to do with what bathroom I use?
Sir, if you don't comply, we will have to arrest and fine you.
This is... Okay, fine.
Oh my God. This is so much cleaner than the men's bathroom.
Oh, you like your gay-only bathroom, you little queer? What y'all sound like? Yeah, it's real nice and clean in there, ain't it? I bet you guys wipe your ass, too.
I guess I should say yes or no. Is it a brand new sentence? Is it not? That's definitely a brand new sentence. Tip, spice up your panic attack with a harmonica. And we have a picture of a man in a bathroom next to a bathtub, just laying on the floor, cross-legged. If that could help, I would have done it. What really spices up a panic attack, this is why I saved this post, a little bit of a spice that you snort. Certain spice that is turned into something that you snort. That would really spice up a panic attack. That's my preferred way to spice up a panic attack. It usually helps me calm down. Okay, if any of you are you have panic attacks, you have bad anxiety, like me, to the point where you cannot do basic tasks without feeling like you're going to die, this is something else. The other day I went to Walmart. I'm in Walmart and I am shopping. Doing a little buying some groceries that cost me $300,000, the down payment on a house just to get some fucking fruits and vegetables, okay? We're doing that at Walmart, the cheapest place to go to, yet it still is like a monthly mortgage payment, but I digress, right? We're in Walmart, I'm in the self-checkout line with a bunch of items because I don't like people checking out my food. I can't do cashiers anymore. It's not that, it's not them that's a problem. It's me. I'm the problem. Hey, Taylor Swift, hi. I'm a control freak. I'm in the self-checkout line. I have a huge, cart. Which, like, give me a little bit of credit. I can check that shit out in 5 minutes. You ever go to the self-checkout and there's an old person there? They don't know what the they're doing. Like, hey, go to the cashier. You're 90 years old. This is the life you grew up with. Going to a cashier. Having them do it for you. Having them do a service for you. Why are you suddenly switching to self-checkout? I thought you, like, were not progressive. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then they're like, they have 300 items, like straight up 300 items in their cart. And they are checking, they're there for 30 minutes in the aisle. No one can say anything about it. They can't say, hey, maybe you should, because the workers are not allowed to do that. Do I always feel like a dick? Yes. But I do that shit as fast as I fucking can. I'm speed running life. Long story short, hey, long story short, okay? This woman comes up behind me. She has one item. And I'm like, okay, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm a dick. Kill me, tar and feather me in the street like a fucking peasant because I deserve it, okay? I'm sitting there and I'm waiting until someone leaves to open up a register to tell her, like, you can go before me. Because I don't want to tell her to go before me and then she stands there awkwardly. We switch places and then she, like, has to wait for the person to leave. Like, that's weird, okay? I think all these things I had because I'm f***ed up. My heart is pounding. It feels like, guys, I need you to know, I get such bad anxiety that, like, you could legit, if you look closely at my chest, you can see it going up and down. My heart is pounding out of its chest because I'm about to tell a woman, hey, you can go before me. That's it. That's all. I'm like, hey, you can go before me. That's it. I say, you can go before me. And she's like, seriously, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, seriously, it's no problem. That's what I say. And I'm like, fuck. Why are you such a dork? Why are you so weird? Why are you so uncomfortable around other human beings? They don't care. She appreciates it. Why are you being weird? She leaves as I'm checking out. She's like, seriously, thank you. And I'm like, this is no problem. That's exactly how it comes out of my mouth. I'm like, I turn into JoJo Steve. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay? I guess I gotta bring a harmonica into Walmart now. Brand new sentence? Yeah, definitely. Why the f do supermarkets drug test employees? If a man gotta put 250 cans of tomato sauce on a shelf, he should at least be vibing. Now, first of all, this is not a brand new sentence. I've been saying this since day one. I understand if you don't want your employee coming in cracked out on fucking heroin or something. Like, okay, yeah, you can't function on heroin. So, like, I feel like it'd be a little noticeable if, like, Johnny, like, got in a car crash on his way to work because he wouldn't be able to drive that damn car. Okay, so that's not happening. But if Johnny wants to come in and he took a little edible before, he wants to have a little fun, if he could still interact with people, do a good job, why does it matter if he's on the pot? You gotta put him on the pot, have him piss in a pot just so you can experiment with his piss? What is this? It's a government, that is a QAnon conspiracy waiting to happen. Why are you collecting all of our piss? Does it really matter if we're smoking weed? I'm avidly against drug testing. To a lot of people, that's considered radical. It's not. Like, you can tell if someone's on drugs. At that point, then just fire them. I remember when I was in high school, which, like, hey, I don't want to remember it, but most of my teachers were very, like, ultra far right, to a scary point, some of them. I had very few that were, like, obviously progressives, and I very much appreciate all of them because they helped me get through high school, but I digress. I had this one teacher, she was talking about, like, Colorado, how they were, like, the first state to, like, I think they were the first state to legalize recreational use of marijuana, and she was, like, talking about how Colorado has, like, all this unemployment or whatever because everyone's just high on weed. I'm like, really? Like, everyone's just zonked out all the time, they can't function anymore? Is that true? I don't think that's true. I feel like that's like something you read on Facebook. I feel like that guy, what's that guy's name? I fucking made a video about him. I don't even remember his fucking name. The dude who, like, reads tweets in TikTok. Guys, can you affirm me and tell me that I'm not just reading Twitter posts and saying nothing, okay? I'm adding something to them. I'm not just reading a Twitter post and laughing manically, okay? The video I'm working on right now is taking a lot out of me. I'm allowed to laugh at some fucking Reddit posts every now and then, okay? Am I not allowed to be happy? Men's deodorant is superior. There, I said it. I'd rather smell like icy boy than lavender armpit sweat because women's deodorant doesn't last more than 15 minutes. First of all, I think that's a natural deodorant problem and not, like, if you're buying antiperspirant, it's probably lasting because I don't think that shit's good for you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I use natural deodorant. I find that it works. And I'm also a man. I usually smell a lot worse than a lot of women do just because hormones and stuff. I find that the natural deodorant, it's Tom's, by the way. That's my favorite fucking deodorant ever. I find that it works. I sweat a lot. I don't ever really notice that I smell. It's almost 12 p.m. Let's smell. Yeah, it just smells like my deodorant, so. But this brings us back to the, I have another tweet. Fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Women get to smell like real things, vanilla, lavender, but men have to smell like concepts. What the f is cool sport rush? Hear me out. Okay, there's this guy on TikTok who does, like, these videos, women's deodorant versus men's deodorant. Very funny videos. I've laughed, I've giggled at a lot of them. I've sent them to friends. That's how funny they are to me. Men's deodorants are like working on a fucking, getting greased up working on a car on a hot summer afternoon. That's like men's deodorant. It's like men's deodorant and women's deodorant is like tulips. Ooh. What would a woman's concept deodorant be like? This is gonna be incredibly stereotypical, so bear with me. Incredibly generalizing too. The tip of wheat brushing my leg in a field. That would be like a woman's deodorant, I think. Wheat brushing my legs as I walk through the field and I get 30 ticks on me because I live in Pennsylvania. Yay! I honestly prefer the men's deodorant because they have cool concepts.
Guitar Hero!
Grass.
The dude next to me on the plane just absolutely raw dogged this entire flight. He got on a 10-hour flight to Europe in jeans. Okay, that's already, that's scary. That man is Patrick Bateman himself. No headphones, no book, no neck pillow, just literally just a paper cup of coffee without a lid. Like, sir, are you okay? No, he's not. Unless that coffee has speed in it, or something, some hallucinogen, however the fuck you say it, hallucinogen to satisfy him during the flight. There's nothing. Unless it has ecstasy in it, that man has something wrong with him. I can't imagine. I need to be simulated at like all hours of the day. The only time I don't need to be simulated is if I'm like outside in nature, which is like why I connect with nature so much, is because I could go outside and sit in my garden for 2 hours weeding, and I don't ever think I need to be doing something else right now. Like, I play Elden Ring all the time. Guys, I love Elden Ring. Oh my God. YouTube knows it too. I know why YouTube can radicalize people, because it's radicalizing me with Elden Ring. Every video I watch, it's fucking Elden Ring. Every video my recommended, it's fucking Elden Ring. I need to be stimulated all day, all parts of the day. I can't even get the word out. That's how like overstimulated I am right now. But it's like this dichotomy of like I get overstimulated super easily, but then I need to be doing something at this like all the time. At every second of the day, if I'm doing something, I'm probably either listening to a podcast, music, or watching a YouTube video. At the bare minimum. If I'm watching something on my TV, I'm probably playing my Switch at the same time. And like the thing is, I don't feel like I have a bad attention span. I really don't. I just think I have issues. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but not as bad as what this man's got going on. Jeans, who the fuck wears jeans on a 10-hour flight? That's like, I know this man wears jeans on the bed too. I know he wears his shoes on the bed. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I just got like the urge to murder someone. Jesus. Frustrated dad uses his 6-foot son to shame counsel into fixing deep pothole. Yeah, that's a brand new sentence, I'd have to say. I feel like this would be in America because our roads are so bad. But Mirror, that sounds like a British tabloid. News, football, I think when they say football, I think they mean like, you know, football with the foot. That guy fucking looks British too. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know there's no way to look British, but that motherfucker looks British. I just know if he starts speaking, he's like, "Oi, get me out of this hole." Right? He just say that. I know he would. I should do this. I'm not 6 foot tall, but I think there's a better case to be made actually. That, by the way, this isn't even a pothole. This is just like a hole in the ground. That's like a sinkhole. That's not a pot. Like, I've seen some bad potholes. I don't know if I could ever fit a person in them. That's insane. Maybe like someone who's small, someone with dwarfism, sure, yeah, easily. A 6 foot tall person, no way. This may be something that I need to do though. It's really funny because I can drive in New York pretty easily. You're driving on PA state roads. And if any of you have driven from state to state, from PA to another state, specifically New York, you know this is that exact experience. You're driving on PA roads, it's like every 5 seconds. You're just fucking hitting some shit. It sounds like your tire just flew off your car. It sounds like your axle just went like, it's just like that every time you hit something. You're like, this is it. You hit another pothole, this is it. This is gonna break my car in half. And then you get into New York, you pass that border, and you're just suddenly smooth. You don't feel anything. You're just riding, the roads are like the darkest black you've ever seen. They're not washed out gray. The lines are the brightest yellow you've ever seen. They're not washed out yellow. And you're just like, this is what peace feels like.
Thank God.
You don't really notice how big a pothole is until you are like walking on the road. Have you ever I've gone on runs before, you know, with your body there and you like stand in it, it's like all the way to your knee. You're like, away. You're like, that could have killed me. Walking here, that could have literally killed me. That's like it. That's it. I hit that pothole with my foot. I broke my neck, dead. right? How is this allowed? We should split bathrooms by pee versus poop instead of men versus women. Definitely brand new sentence, but let's dissect this. The pee bathroom, I could handle. I could handle going in a bathroom just hearing a bunch of piss streams. The idea of going into a bathroom where everyone's taking a shit, that's like chemical warfare. That's like I'm in the trenches. That's like straight up mustard gas. You get enough men specifically, let's just be honest. Women, you could be gross too, but let's be mean to the men. You get a bunch of men in one bathroom, right? I know this is supposed to be a gender inclusive bathroom. Okay, whatever. Let's just assume all men happen to be in there. There's 5 stalls. A man is in each of those stalls taking a shit at that very moment when you walk in. You're dead. You go in, you're like, that is straight up fucking mustard gas. The power of 5 men taking a shit, literally the chemicals in the air, they split, and the atoms, the carbon attaches to the hydrogen, and it makes mustard gas. That shit, literally, you could see the chemical element written into the air like it's some sort of fucking hallucination. I don't know what the chemical element is for fucking mustard gas. HYZ. And then you got the fucking octagons and lines. You could see it in the air as you walk in. That's the last thing you see before you die. How about we just all have gender neutral bathrooms? Single stall gender neutral bathrooms, right? They don't have to be big. They don't have to be the size of a bathroom you have in your house, okay? 1 toilet, 1 little sink. Or even, 1 toilet with a full door. It's a room with a fucking door that no one can see you, and with a toilet that you go to the bathroom in, you walk out, and then there's like a big sink for everyone to use. If no one could see you on the toilet from a crack this big in the door, I don't think anyone would care who the fuck's in the bathroom. This one, I saved because this is quite literally me. My favorite college memory was accidentally skipping class on the first Monday of deer season freshman year because I legitimately thought that it was a national holiday that meant no school, and I didn't realize I just went to a yeehaw high school. Now, first of all, Meg, you're a little stupid because I do know it's not a national holiday. This is something I've learned. I learned when I was like in middle school though. However, here we go. The first day of deer season, what she's referring to is the first day of, for PA anyway, the first day of rifle season. Normal rifles, not muzzle loaders. For normal rifles, deer season, antlered and antlerless, nation or statewide is the Friday after Thanksgiving. Okay, Saturday, that Sunday. Usually they don't have the Sundays off anymore. Last year they did anyway. That first Sunday, you could hunt, and then that Monday, and then like. It's for 2 weeks. That Monday, where I live, they always have that Monday after Thanksgiving off. Not because it like needs to be taken off, because you have Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 4-day weekend. We always had a 5-day weekend on Thanksgiving because everyone around here hunts. Literally, and I knew it was a national holiday. I just thought everyone had the Monday off because it's like an extra day off, right? We get a long Thanksgiving weekend. That's actually not normal. You just live in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of hicks. Oh, really? So like in New York, no, they don't do that in New York. I don't mind mosquitoes sucking my blood. I have plenty to go around. What annoys me is the need to inject the itch juice into my skin. Like I'm already feeding you. Why are you being such a bitch? Imagine if I slapped my mom every time she made me dinner. I only say this one just to rant because a couple weeks ago, I don't know when it's really humid, the mosquitoes really come out. It doesn't matter if it's nighttime. Like if you live where there's a lot of mosquitoes, it does not matter if it's nighttime or not. Those motherfuckers will be out at all hours of the day. I take the dog out for a half-hour walk. They come out. They're like, like fucking Homelander. I'm like, I could laser everything right now. I'm so pissed off. I have a lust for blood. Not in the way mosquitoes do. I have a lust to exterminate mosquitoes. I do not care if they are essential to the ecosystem, the delicate balance. I don't care. I want to see that red. I want to go on the website where they have the list of endangered and extinct species. I want to see mosquitoes in the extinct box. And I will do anything I can to push them into there. If I have to write a manifesto, I will. I had legit an uncountable amount of mosquito bites on me about 3 weeks ago. They're still healing. I still have scabs on me from them because I itched them so hard. I bled. I itched so hard. I was like, if I could dig into my skin right now and peel my skin up bit by bit, that would feel better than the itchiness of these because I legit had at least 30 on me. I do think all mosquitoes are the same. Yes, I do hate mosquitoes. Yes, I think they're evil. And yes, I want to exterminate them. This post just says, I want to move to New Jersey. It's satire, guys. Let's make that clear for some of you. I don't think there's much to be said about this. If you're saying this sentence, I would have screenshotted this person and posted them on Reddit to shame them as well. I don't care if it's my closest friend, my closest relative. If you send me some fuck ass shit like that, I'm shaming you because who's ever said that in their life? You either are a native. There is no immigration to New Jersey. You are either a native to New Jersey or you are not. There is no one who has ever moved to New Jersey. I'm 100% certain of that. Hey, honey. I was thinking about the move we have planned for us and the kids, and I don't know. Lately, I've been feeling like maybe we could move to New Jersey.
to New Jersey. You can take the red pill and see your true reality. Or take the blue pill and live in a life of ignorance.
Babe,
What will you choose?
honey, are you... Craig! I said I was thinking that we could move to California?
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Tibetan nun becomes fetish queen after Indian massage reawakened her sexuality. What do you think her first words are after her vow of silence? If she had taken one, right? Fuck me. We're gonna move on. Oh, that feels okay. Corky-sized meteor as heavy as 4 baby elephants hit Texas. NASA. This has to be one of the most units of measurements I've ever come across. Of course, it's the National American Space Association. I think that's what it stands for. You ever see that tweet? That's like a boulder the size of a small boulder the size of a large boulder, like fell in front of like a cop car or something. Classic tweet. Everybody who engagement farms on Twitter reposts that at least once a month. Americans will do literally anything. I'm moving back and forth because I have to pee so bad and I'm trying not to think about peeing. Measure and calculate whatever the anything in whatever ass unit they can come up with instead of just using the metric system. Why? I grew very close to the metric system because of the physics I took in high school, and it makes a lot more sense. I'm just gonna be honest. I literally switched the weather app in my phone to Celsius because I'm like thinking to myself, if I go anywhere else in the world, if I ever move to another country, I'm legit not gonna understand what the they're talking about because I only know Fahrenheit. I'm gonna be so honest. Weirdly enough, I understand Celsius more than I understand Fahrenheit. This is the thing. It's like learning a new language, like I said in the beginning of the video. Celsius, it has like a meaning to me. It doesn't have a literal translation. Like I can't look at 30 Celsius and know exactly what it is in Fahrenheit, but I look at 30 Celsius and I'm like, that's gas hot. 20 degrees is like, I'm comfortable. We will end it on this one because this one is by far the funniest. Serial sperminator. Hashtag Nick Cannon reveals that he has met and he has a meet and greet plan for all of his children to spend time with him on Father's Day. And that's where we're going to end the video. Let me know what you thought about all these posts. Have you ever heard these sentences before? What's a brand new sentence that you could come up with? Be creative. Before we end the video, I'm going to give a shout out to my Patreon members who are part of the Alpha tier and above. If you join my Alpha tier or any above tiers, you will get a verbal shout out by me at the end of all of my YouTube videos. So thank you to Ben, Kat the Time Lord, and Olivia Schutt. Thank you all for your continued support, and thank you to all of my Patrons. All right, I really hope you all enjoy this video, but more importantly than that, I really hope I see you in the next video. You better be there, watching intently, with your eyes wide open. Don't sleep. Don't blink. You can run, but you can't hide, okay? You'll be there, right? Okay, bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and